Oh boy. You know, in this dark, dark world without any screens, I do turn to the radio in these times of trouble. Is anyone there on the speakerphone?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Let me tune it up.
Hello there.
Hello. Is
Hi.
this Joshua Buchanan, the man of many talents?
Oh, how did you know? Yes, it is, Joseph. Yes, it is. Tis.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Before Extinction, the podcast for artists by artists right before the end of the world. Today, we are joined by Joshua Buchanan, a musician, an engineer,
I want to say engineer, but more physics-based. But yeah, music.
And
yeah,
you can't do the splits.
I can't do the splits.
What an achievement.
Yeah, I know. It's been something I've been trying really hard
Yeah.
on, making sure that my body is way too stiff, I'm way too tight, and that I cannot achieve any sort of...
splits.
Yeah, I can't do the splits.
And you've been coaching with some of the greats, right? Some of the people who trained, Landor Norris to not swim.
Yeah, exactly. I
yeah.
mean, I've been making sure that I've been getting lessons off the most physically incapable people that I know, and making sure that I take on their wise...
Incompetence.
Well, I was going to say wise words, but I wouldn't call them very wise, as they made a lot of mistakes because they can't do the splits. But I've been doing that, yes.
Brilliant. I'm pretty sure those are the same ones that taught Sabrina Carpenter how not to drive a helicopter. So,
well, I wouldn't know anything about that. I wouldn't know anything about that. I've not gone down the Carpenter rabbit hole as of yet. Although I like espresso, even though
it's catchy.
It's catchy.
It's fun.
Not generally for me, but I like that one.
Yeah,
I like that
one stays.
But yeah, that one stays.
Now, you are currently studying at...
I'm studying at UNSW.
Studying
Physics.
And you also do music.
Woke up with a jump, oh my god, it's another Thursday. Close my eyes, it's a lie, I wish it wasn't the case. Sit up straight, I'm already late. Someone please rescue me, get me out of this place. I'm tired.
So despite your teeth being sunk into academics, you're also the lead bassist for the experimental band Static, as well as one of the founding members of Bandwidth. Where did these two passions collide? What inspired you to study physics? And what inspired you to play music?
Well, okay, there's layers. There's many layers. But effectively, let's go back to preschool. Why not? So, I'm someone who my thoughts have always gone really, really fast. I've always found it difficult to keep up with my own thoughts. And that's a pro and a con in some respects. Like, in preschool, I had 1,000,001 interests. I was the dinosaur kid, I was the space kid, I was the music kid. Why? Because otherwise I'd be bored. And I think, like, I was always also comfortable doing things myself, and just, I remember constructing things in preschool with the blocks. And I think... No, like big blocks. We're talking like planks and stuff, and I make castles and stuff in the room.
Okay.
But the reason why I bring this up is I think that kind of rapid thought and constant just thinking and hard to slow down, I think that's what has attracted me to things such as both physics and music. While they are very different, physics, you need to focus. It's kind of like a magnet of focus. You need to sit down with it and really interpret it.
Mm-hmm.
And then with music, like when I sit down with, like, if I'm writing with other people or writing just by myself, I feel that I've always enjoyed and I've been consistently getting better and better at just allowing thoughts to come in and out. Like, yeah, you get writer's block, but if you sit down for long enough, generally something will just come out of the air and just land in your head.
Interesting that you talk about being a conduit instead of generating ideas yourself.
It's a very Rick Rubin-esque perspective.
Are you a spiritualist? Do you believe these ideas come from a different place? A different dimension? Ooh.
No. But what I will say is this. I think there's still absolutely credit to that. I'm not someone who thinks there's a specific energy in a room, but I am someone who thinks, if these walls were a slightly different color and the light was hitting me at a different angle, it causes my focus to go somewhere else. So while I'm not picking up on an energy necessarily, I guess, from what you were saying, like
there is a Rube Goldberg-like mechanism.
Yeah,
it's cause and effect.
You know, I mean, like the obvious thing is if you write in a different room, you make different songs. You know, and that's something that we've been doing a little bit more with the bandwidth crew. Like we've generally written in my place, but we've been writing in some different places recently. And I think that's been good. You know, like diversity gets you thinking differently. You know, it's all about circuit breakers when you're in a rut. It's all about like, you know, what can I do differently and how can I change my environment such that like I'm not doing the same thing over and over again. That's when you get burned out. It's when you keep doing the same thing over and over. You know, like if I keep if I keep writing on an acoustic guitar on my bed in my room my entire life, I'm gonna sound like that my entire life. I don't know. That's
fascinating. Gosh. Well, talking about staying static, staying stationary.
Yes, indeed.
Recently, a video has been going around on the internet of a ghostly Japanese woman with long dark hair, donned in a white dress. She is often depicted sort of crawling out of a well.
Yes.
When this video was watched, in any format, videotape, DVD, in the reflection of a mirror, Instagram Reels, the person who watches it is in turn killed by this woman 7 days later. Have you seen this video?
No, I haven't seen this video specifically, but I've also heard that she cannot do the splits. And so I think we're both being instructed by the same people because I think, you know, I know the person that you're talking about. And
she's good at what she does.
She's good at what she does.
She crawls out of the screen.
Yeah.
She strangles the person to death.
Yeah,
and she never messes up.
She never messes up.
So far, 100% mortality rate.
100% mortality, 0% splits.
0% splits.
I think she's just doing her work.
Yeah.
You know, and I think like for other creepy ghouls and ghosts like her, I think we sometimes cast a little bit of a shadow on them too much. And I think, you know, I would be for the workers of the ghost force, you know, getting together and really like, you know, showing us lame asses on this like, you know, apocalyptic planet. You know, we're all out here. We're trying to do our best. Yeah. And to be honest, they're killing us directly, but I'm sure that they are not receiving their respective amount of healthcare and workers' rights.
No, it takes a lot of effort.
I know.
It's also quite brave of her, you know, being... maybe she's not directly a spokeswoman, but it's such a male-dominated field.
It is a male-dominated field.
Spectres and ghouls.
Spectres and ghouls, you know,
Freddy Krueger, Freddy Fazbear.
Freddy Fazbear.
Chica.
Yeah, Bonnie.
Yeah, Bonnie.
Exactly.
And
actually,
Clyde.
Wait, Chica's... That doesn't work.
Chica's a girl, yeah.
Actually,
Ellen DeGeneres?
Would you call the animatronics gendered? Not for this podcast.
Well, Freddy Fazbear's pronouns are horse. I hope I get cancelled.
No, I want to keep coming back, man. I need to keep doing this. But anyway.
Well, next question then.
Yeah.
Having now founded two bands, Static and Bandwidth, what does it take to bring musicians together to get a project going? And how do you keep a band's momentum going?
Okay, there's, again, layers to this.
Mm-hmm.
First thing, find where your drummer lives.
Find where your drummer lives.
Honestly, the last thing you want to be doing when you're starting a band, in my eyes,
moving drums.
Is not only moving drums, but how do I put it? You want it to be such that if you want to play, there is some ease to it. You don't want there to be barriers, because the second there are barriers, especially in this age of like, you know, social media, internet, the second there's a barrier, we go to our pacifier, which is either, you know, whatever vice or addiction we have. Right?
Interesting.
I think, you know, why I bring up the drummer thing is because if there's a drum set and there's a space, even if it's a, can I swear?
Yeah.
Even if it's like just a shitty like just space, it will do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I also think initially you have to be comfortable with bands not working.
Mm-hmm.
Before the two current bands, I was part of bands throughout school.
Mm-hmm.
I tried some things post school.
So a lot of trial and error.
Yeah, I mean,
are there any bands you're sad didn't work out in the end?
No, because they weren't going anywhere. If they,
Oh,
if they,
so it
if,
felt like a natural decline.
well, yeah. If they end, then I'm not someone who looks back at those things and thinks what could have been because they didn't.
Yeah.
And
You move on.
Yeah, exactly. You move
You
on.
learn.
And like you see, they also could not do the splits, so there's no reason as to why
Couldn't
I
do the
should have
splits.
couldn't do the splits,
No.
and so there's no reason as to why, I again
And that one time, that one band where all of you could do the splits, that's embarrassing. That's why you've been
Yeah.
trying to de-specialize, right? Because so far in your current bands, at least two members per band can do the splits.
yeah.
So you've had to step down.
We've actually made a policy that
Yeah.
hey, look, the guitarist can do the splits. I am a no split man, but
Yeah.
no. But getting back to my point, you have to be comfortable with things changing, but also people, especially this time in our lives, early 20s.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
A lot of people are learning a lot of lessons real quick.
Yeah, and I think trying to gauge as to which trajectories people are on, and also like, I mean, at the end of the day,
Oh, as in gauging whether music's for them.
yeah, well, not necessarily for them, but like at the end of the day, they need to be hungry for it.
Yeah.
Like we can't.
You can't
Yeah.
just get a person in a band because they find music is fun. They might cover once or
Yeah,
twice,
yeah.
but you can't build something with them.
No, you need
Interesting.
You need it's such that when people are away, you miss it.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
and-
that there is no band without them.
yeah, exactly. And I don't know. That's kind of like
Yeah.
the starting off kind of stuff. Like whether you gel or not.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of keeping it together,
Yeah, what about the momentum? How do you keep a band going?
book a gig.
Book a gig.
Book a gig.
Force
Honestly,
yourself. A deadline is
Otherwise, you end up in jam purgatory. Like,
jam purgatory.
I've been there. I've done that for many
Yeah.
years. Book a gig. It'd be funny how quickly you get a set together. I mean,
like homework.
yes. I mean, I don't know if you were at the very first bandwidth gig, but that was like the first gig that I'd booked. Well, not it was the band, but like that we booked. Like, that was like a proper gig. It was barely any pay. It was 3 hours set and no sound guy, and we were crammed into the corner.
Jesus.
But guess what?
Yeah.
The fact that we did the 3 hour set, and I think you remember these as well when you were coming along.
do.
That was like an endurance test.
Yeah.
So now when we're doing
Make or break.
yeah, exactly. Now that we're doing our 45-minute sets.
You're seeing whether you're sail ready.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, now that we've got our 45-hour-long sets, it's like we've already put in the work for that.
Mm.
But yeah, booking a gig, like,
Keeps it going.
yeah, keeps it going, and also like just do it. Don't think, oh, we need to do more stuff. No, just book it, and you will find time.
Yeah. You'll make it. God damn it.
Yeah, you'll make it. But I think as well, like in terms of the artistic side, because I mean, I've been talking a lot about the practical side
Yeah.
of things, but in terms of keeping the momentum, I think
creatively.
yeah,
Trying to keep a
creatively.
theme going.
Well, not so much a theme, but like having that muscle exercised. I think it goes back to the point of like keeping things changing. You can't.
Because bandwidth is experimental. How would you describe the music? Sorry, static is experimental. How would you describe the music for bandwidth?
I'd say that it's on the outskirts of mainstream. I think
Outskirts
of
mainstream.
we try and make when I'm writing a song, whether it's me just writing a new song idea, or if we're doing it together as a band, if someone else is bringing in a song, it's very much a sense of like there's a certain craft about it, about like how do you make this a good song? Like how does it flow? And I mean, like, we do that with the static stuff as well. But I think that sense of there's more intention, I feel, sometimes with the band and stuff, in terms of like, okay, we want to achieve a certain style and sound with this. How do we achieve that? While static is a lot more in the moment. What sounds good, literally improvised immediately, right? Now, in terms of keeping creative momentum, yeah, going and changing those like external surroundings. Also, like as a bass player,
Yeah. How creative can you get with bass?
oh, you can get very creative, but
So you do get the chance to change it up. You don't
Yeah.
get bored.
I mean, like, I take on the Jaco Pastorius mentality of
Jaco Pastorius.
oh, dude, we're gonna go down a rabbit hole later after this interview. But I subscribe to the thought that like as a bass player, the first thing you should know is the melody.
Okay.
The bass line,
Yeah, the
important,
main-
and you do it. But if you don't know where the melodic contour is heading, and necessarily what you're trying to achieve, then yeah, you're just playing root notes, and sometimes that's what's required.
Is this the same as finding the hook?
Well, yeah, I'd say like you need to remember as a bass. Sometimes you think I need to play as many notes as possible all the time. Now you see that works more so in a guitar context, you know, but it's like as
slow
a bass,
songs. What about a waltz? You know?
Yeah. But as a bass player, it's like you want to make sure that you're both serving your purpose in order to achieve the best final overall product.
Mm.
You know, I mean, to move to the static stuff briefly,
Yeah.
that's where I do more of the intense bass parts. However, in saying that, I still know what my role is in that band.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I know when I need to step out of the way of either the lead guitarist or the rhythm guitarist or the drums. It's like, how do you ebb in and out of that kind of dynamic?
And because you're an experimental band, and I have seen your live shows, I think you guys like to test each other on that.
Oh,
you know,
dude. Like there have been so many times where
one person just riffs for half an hour, and they look at you, and they're about to, and then they keep going, and keep going.
Even worse, there's a song that we're currently getting together now. Zane, our lead guitarist, brought it in for a session, and you see he'd recorded it, but he didn't record it live with a guitar per se. This one section, he just programmed it in. And then we had to learn how to play it
in real life. I
kid you not, that is the hardest thing I've ever played, purely just because he programmed it. It's like sometimes it's very much like in that band, like we're trying to one up ourselves sometimes.
Yeah.
And thankfully, so far, the energy of that has been absolutely splendid.
Been good, yeah.
It's been good. And I think that means that we keep pushing ourselves more and more in that context. And I think that's good. And again, I think that's a strength of static. And then the bandwidth strength is more so that intention and like, you know, that songwriting, I think. I'm not saying that either band can't do like those different things. But
for you, that's the break. That's the nice.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
Yeah, I guess so.
Interesting. Well, moving on.
Oh, yes.
Some trolls on the internet have started spamming the fatal video of the spooky, ghostly Japanese lady that comes out of the well and strangles people.
What have they been saying?
I mean, well,
they've been saying she can't do the splits?
Well, no, they've been trying to spread the video. They've been trying to share it as much as they can. They've been hiding it in Family Guy clips. They've been like paying for it to be screened as adverts before movies. They've even been trying to put it in Times Square. Think about like one like board in Times Square, at least 100 people take selfies.
It's over.
Those selfies spread the video. It's over.
Yeah, it's over.
So, you know, being a creative, trying to work on projects, trying to go through uni, how do you avoid being drawn to screens to save your own life?
Oh, you are starting me on a very important thing to me. Okay. So, over the past 4 years, I've sequentially been trying to remove it out of my life.
Yeah,
why?
Remove
because
the screens.
I see it as pacifying. Who would have thought? You make an everything machine, you want to do everything on it.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, I mean, yeah, the iPhone's great. It can play music, you can read a newspaper. Yeah, it means that you will have your music on that. You will read on it. You will watch YouTube. And, like, you know, I think all those intersecting factors just, you know, I've felt that slowly crawl into my life and become more and more of a problem. However, I've, you know, with some of my personal stuff in my own life, I've kind of realized that I'm not someone who can necessarily control that.
Okay.
So once I admitted that, it was just a case of, okay,
forcing
I cannot function. Like, you know, because you find the excuses to not get rid of stuff. You always find the excuses. Yeah. But then I don't know, once I learned more about myself, it was like, okay, I don't need the excuses anymore. I can just override that. What did that look like? End of high school, that looked like, you know, deleting the I guess the less important apps like your Snapchats.
Yes.
I mean,
your Instagrams, your YouTube.
I didn't get rid of Instagram.
Oh, because it's a messaging app as well.
And the problem is the excuse for that is they can get work through that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, after, you know, these things, I then deleted Instagram off my phone as well. And now I just use it on my computer. That's, while I still use it on my computer quite a bit, there is a net decrease, and that is progress.
Well, it's harder to watch the reels on the computer, you know?
Exactly. I mean,
hell, I know some people who are downloading apps that remove the real capabilities of things
honestly,
like YouTube,
I don't blame,
TikTok.
Yeah, I don't blame anyone for
I
doing
mean,
that.
I'd say Instagram's
Yeah.
my main messaging app now.
Yeah.
And I remember using
Dude,
Instagram when
don't-
it was just the Friends app.
I mean, like, get rid of Instagram and phone, do it on a computer, get WhatsApp.
Get WhatsApp.
Honestly,
WhatsApp's the go.
WhatsApp's the go.
Interesting.
But on top of that as well, there are things that I didn't even intend to do that now I'm doing. For example, you get rid of Instagram on your phone, start getting pretty bored on the 2-hour bus trip
Yes.
to and from uni. Now, I, of course, as a musician,
Mhm.
I listen to a lot of music and I still do
Mhm.
that on the way back. But now that I'm bored, I guess I'll go and buy a book. And now for the first time in years, I've gone through 3-4 books in the space of like a 2 terms, 2 UNSW terms.
Yeah.
That's the tries. But it's like, and that wasn't an intentional thought. It's just more so.
No, you
I'm
just had
bored.
to find a new way to fill the space.
Exactly.
Because
So
the
it's like,
problem, would you say the problem is not boredom, but the vice?
I think it's the vice, and I think it's also the fact that I think sometimes we talk too much about, we need to build up the mental strength, and to beat all these addictions that we have is about becoming stronger.
Stronger, stoic.
You know what? Yeah, I think you can do that. I think you can build mental strength. Why don't you just change the environment?
Yeah.
It's like, how do you think you'll?
Why put up with the suffering when you can, uninstall Instagram?
Yeah, I mean, it's larger than that as well. But like, why do you think you will behave differently if you keep doing the same thing in the same space? It's like at the end of the day, yeah, I think people can build up that mental strength. I thought I could do that.
Yeah.
Once I admitted that I couldn't, that's when I just found that I found more hours in my day. I feel that I'm providing a better service both in my work and my creative kind of endeavors. And I've seen that academic increase. Now, this is something that has worked for me.
Yeah.
No,
I think for a lot of people, they started using the phones less when a video of a ghostly Japanese woman who kills you sort of spread virally.
That is a downside. I mean, like...
Have you lost any friends to that, by the way? I had a roommate who was trying to show me a reel, but it didn't load properly. So they looked back at the phone, they scrolled, bam, there she was on a Minecraft parkour video. You know the ones with the AI? It was like
I got
ask
really
me.
bad news.
Oh, yeah?
Really bad news.
Have you watched it?
No.
No.
My dog was scrolling reels.
Your dog was scrolling
Yeah,
reels.
She's an addict.
She's an addict.
She's an addict.
Bad.
She saw it yesterday.
Saw it yesterday.
She saw it yesterday. Like, and
That's
I
annoying.
saw her looking at it because you know why?
Did she have
It's
the
so
guilty
sad.
look?
She had the guilty look.
Did she put her phone down really quick?
No, because she's got paws.
Fair.
And
fair.
she just is more of a drop. It was
More
more
of
of
a
a
drop.
flop rather than a control.
And she's watching it,
down.
between her jaw because she's holding it with her mouth.
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's been a good ride. She's
It's been-
done well. She's only 2, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
And what type of apps is she using? Your dog? Is she using WooTube?
Hey. Think of the worst apps.
Oh, yeah.
Think of the worst ones.
Yeah.
Worse.
4chan.
Yes.
Sorry. Proper question.
Yes.
Best seat in the house.
Yes.
Bandwidth's debut EP
Yes.
was released this March of 2025.
Yep.
This is the first album you've ever written, correct?
Yes.
You have me waiting like it's 4:30 Friday.
Now, when it comes to writing songs, from what I've heard of from other musicians, when you're writing songs for yourself, the project is often personal, and you have complete creative control. You're only limited by the actual songs you can literally play or digitally produce. So, when it comes to writing for songs in a band,
Yep.
how's the process different? Do you find it different?
With Bandwidth and with that project in particular, a lot of that was written together, sequentially over time. I think what was interesting though about that project is that our members changed throughout the writing of our project. The first song that we did was 6-8. That was written with a different drummer and a different guitarist.
Mhm.
Then we wrote Emily and the other tracks with a different guitarist. And then our current guitarist, Max, he comes into the picture. And then then that also changed our writing mentality because
Are they bringing personal elements to this? Is
Yeah.
it because of their skill sets?
I mean, I don't think it's a direct Zappa quote, but I think it was his wife talking about Zappa after he passed. But she described it as Zappa saw people as instruments. Right?
No, I'm assuming that's in a good way.
It's in a good
Not
way.
like,
it's in a good way.
I see people as instruments.
Yeah, no.
Strings to be pulled.
But
that's
I agree in the fact, like, people bring a certain set of skills, a certain set of expertise, a certain specialization, a certain perspective. And, like, yes, while I'm in my room writing songs for myself, like, there are songs like the newer ones. There's one which I'm feeling really excited about that I wrote practically. Like, I mean, by wrote, I mean, like, you know, I had a concept of the lyrics, but, like, you know,
a sketch of the blueprint of the design of a...
Yeah, the core of the song, the instrumental, that was mostly me. However, I'm writing it for our band. It's like, I write it because I can hear how...
They'll play it.
How Zach will play
That's
the drums.
so fun.
And, like, you know, and then I can
imagine them in your head.
Yeah, and I can reference how we've done tracks before. Like, for example, the drum line to the newer song, I was thinking I liked how Zach, our drummer, like my brother, that's probably the more important thing, but our drummer, I liked how he was doing the Don't Let Me Down, the Beatles, right? When he did that cover, and I liked how he did that. I was like, okay, what if we change that a little bit? Because I liked what he did there, and I want to do that. And then I was like, okay, I really like how Seb sounded, our rhythm guitarist, on an acoustic in some of the, like, you know, the Radiohead songs and some of the other covers that we've been doing, as well as songs like 6A.
So let's grab from those, put into this song that we've made.
I was like, and I think he can achieve that tone, that both melancholy and that bright. It's like a cool intersection. And then for the latter half of the song, I wanted it to kind of crescendo. I could hear, like, you know, a max solo in the end. And I also was thinking back to how Abby delivers certain songs in a more pure, kind of very almost spoken word. And it's like, you know, everyone has their own skills, but it's like, you know, sometimes I think when I hear people, I write the songs and I bring them to the band, that can work. Yeah. But I think when things start sounding really great
is when you're taking them into account.
Yeah, when it's like, okay, what are, I mean, you know, obviously, what are their strengths?
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, for an example, I'll talk about, you know, Abby's vocals more specifically.
Yeah.
She has a range of vocals that she can achieve. It can be either more pure and sound more like herself. It can go more nasally. It can go more full.
Mm-hmm.
And now, what's been really cool that we've been able to do is with the newer songs, I feel like we have had more intention in the delivery, you know?
Okay.
And, like, I feel like in doing that, we've been able to explore more of Abby's, you know, extreme ends of her vocals. You know, we've been able to push it. I won't say push it. It's not like she's like screaming. Like, you know, we're not like a very. I mean, we're a loud band at times.
Yeah, we're not metal.
We're not metal. But you know, like we've been able to, I feel, come up with some really cool stuff. And like, there's
this is musically. As for lyrics, do people bring things personally, or are you just riffing?
Oh,
is it vaguely the concept of?
It's everything.
It's a little bit of everything. Okay.
Sometimes we'll come with a full song. Usually Abby will bring a lot of the main lyric ideas, but really, I mean, like there's three of us that usually do bring the lyric ideas, but at the end of the day, it's.
And then the fourth one can't read, or
no. I'll tell you what, Zach. Both can't read, can't do the splits either.
Can't do the splits?
Yeah, he also can't do the splits. Remember, it's only guitarists.
Yeah.
But
can't do the splits.
Yeah, but
that's charity that you're doing that, by the way.
I know. But where was I going with this? I had a point.
Well, I'll say, in the way that you're talking about it, to add on to the creepy analogy that my musicians are like instruments, I'd almost say that friends are like ingredients. Shout out to Hannibal Lecter. Because the way that you're talking about it is like, you're bringing in to mind. That's amazing.
You know what friends get along well. You know
Yeah.
what friends get along well, and you know what kind of suits a band. Well, not suits, like you can always push and go new places.
Yeah.
But
in the same way that you can test yourself.
Yeah.
But you also know yourself. You know what you like to play. And when you figure out what they like to play.
What I will say is that a good thing about having the two bands is that before the Static stuff, I had ideas that were more suited to Static before Static, right?
Yeah. Experimental, funky, weird.
Yeah, and I was trying to shove it into a band with context. And you see, the reason why it didn't work as much is because one, people weren't feeling it.
No, different people.
Exactly. That was with those ideas specifically. They were completely my ideas, and I was dumping them on the band.
Yeah, should not do that.
should not do that unless you're one of those outfits that are like you're one. Unless you're
Yeah.
literally the Tame Impala, I'm just one guy. Unless you're that, it's just not fun. At that point, you're just
Yeah.
giving them tasks. They're not being creative. You're just
No,
giving them
you're
tasks.
pitching
Yeah.
to them.
And the same, like, yeah,
Their staff.
well, yeah, exactly. And it's like,
Damn,
that's not
okay.
how I want to do it. And like for a while there, it was like I was trying to put everything into the one project. But at the end of the day, you look at a lot of successful musicians, you'll find out that while they'll have their main projects that you'll know about,
Mm-hmm.
you will find out that a lot of them do the side projects. A lot
Yeah.
of them do the other stuff. as
Just to
a
keep
need-
sane.
Yeah, well, just to keep saying.
But
But
also
like,
to get a space in which to experiment and
exactly. Like, why would I bring a like a folk song about toads and like mushrooms to
learn. And
Static?
yeah.
I want to write that because I think it'd be funny. But why would I do that?
No,
No one wants to do that, and that's just a me thing.
Yeah, and alternatively, why would you bring a 7-hour monologue where the same bass note plays for just like the whole duration?
Don't diss Gregorian chant, Joseph. Okay, don't diss Gregorian chant. It's got a place. But
I got
anyway.
another question for you.
Yes, I would hope so.
Now, the way in which the fatal video of the spooky Japanese lady that comes out of the lake and
Yeah.
well, the way that she kills people after the 7 days after they view the video is that she sort of just pops out the closest digital screen,
Right.
and then of course strangles the viewer to death.
yes.
Now, not that anyone has yet survived an encounter with the spooky screen lady, but how would you plan to deal with this encounter in order to get out of it
So-
unstrangled?
So I've seen it.
You've seen it
I've
happen?
seen it. I've
Just
seen
in
it happen.
public?
Okay, right. No, I haven't seen it, but like in theory, if I was to see it,
Yep,
okay,
yep,
so
yep,
we've
yep.
done that. Okay.
So you watch the video 7 days later. You got 7 days to
Okay.
prep,
How would I prep? Now give me
Yeah.
one.
and she pops
second.
out of the nearest screen wherever you
Pops
are.
out the nearest screen.
7 times 24 hours after seeing the video.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Just having a think.
yeah.
I could take up kung fu lessons, but I feel like that wouldn't be very effective. That
Kung
wouldn't be
fu.
effective in 7 days as
Yeah,
well.
I mean, she killed Dwayne the Rock Johnson. She killed who's that one boxer from Smash Bros? Little Mac. Yeah,
Oh dear.
yeah. Well,
oh dear.
yeah. So kung fu might not be it.
No, kung fu.
But I'll tell you what. Here's what's going for you. You know where she'll be. She'll pop out of the closest screen, and you'll know what she'll do: strangle you to death.
She'll strangle. Oh,
Strangle, yeah.
Okay, so we know that she's going to strangle me
Yeah.
to death.
Yeah.
I could do a reverse psychology thing. I could pretend to like it.
Huh.
Maybe that'll put her off.
Huh.
And then what will happen after that is then she won't understand whether it's a friend thing or if it's more of a thing than a friend thing.
And so the next time you try and contact her by watching a video and then waiting
Yeah,
7 days,
exactly, it's kind of like
and
the whole thing of like, oh,
you're like, hey, and she's like, oh.
exactly. I think social humiliation is the way to
Yeah.
go here. So I think, okay, step 1, make
Yeah.
it a kink thing. Step 2, okay, hear me out. Step 2,
okay.
make it awkward.
Yeah.
Do the whole thing like either maybe we should be friends or let's take a break.
Yeah.
Right. Step 3,
Ghost. Interesting.
Yeah.
Ghost the ghost.
because I don't think you're beating her on the physical strangulation.
Yeah,
aspect,
no.
you know?
So you have
Like,
to.
I mean, she took Little Mac
She took Little
she
Mac
took Little
from
Mac.
Smash Bros.
from Super
See,
Smash
this is
Bros.
fascinating because I have a friend who is immune to Bloody Mary. You know, if you chant Bloody Mary 3 times in a mirror. Well, when he did that, as like a fun thing, he was
Yeah,
drunk,
yeah.
but he did that. And he was doing like, oh, don't kill me. And she was like, I'll take your. He threw up,
Oh.
changed the energy because she's there going like, I'll take your soul, little. And then he throws up, and she's, what? Whoa, are you okay? Hey, do you need me to hold your hair?
Wait a second. Is this a kink thing? I can't tell. Because if you're doing it, that's fine. But like, I'm not comfortable with it.
I'm
That
not-
was weird. I'm sorry.
you watch the spooky well video. 7 days later, she pops out. You say, finally. She goes, what? You
Yeah.
say, so I've been so lonely. Finally, someone will. I've yearned for physical contact.
There are
in many.
so many things I could say right now, and you know what? I'm gonna stop myself.
Your lawyer called.
Oh, dude, I don't have the money for that, so it's even more dangerous. But anyway,
Well, Sadik, has played in the breweries of Brookvale.
Yep.
In the good spaces above the Gladstone.
Indeed.
And was recently in a Battle of the Bands.
Yes.
How does the energy of the rehearsal change when prepping not just for a show, but for the domination of an enemy opponent?
Well. You know what?
Because there's rehearsing for a show, and then there's rehearsing to
for
kill.
bands.
Yeah, there's rehearsing to kill.
I'll be completely honest. While I think it brings, bands together, and while it, you get paths intersecting, I don't think, collectively we've decided we're not going to do Battle of the Bands for a while.
Yeah.
And why is that? I don't like going in with the mindset of we have to beat these people and what are their flaws. Because we started to fall into that mindset, and that was me specifically.
Yes.
And I know that's something that I need to work on myself.
Well, fair enough. We used to say that competition was good for capitalism until we realized the way to win the competition was to just buy all of your competition and monopolize on it.
Exactly.
It's
See, with Static, we're actually trying to buy up all the other bands. Which and then we're going to launch Static Plus.
Static
Yeah, exactly.
Static Zone Prime.
Static Zone Prime. But no, I
buy a few wells in Africa.
Oh,
maybe all of them.
all of them. And then we're going to actually do a subscription fee model for the wells.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it's only like $2 a month.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, $2 a month and you get a glass of water. Or you can pay for the silver, which is $50 a month, and get access to it any time between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m.
Exactly.
Then there's gold. Okay.
So yes, I think with the Battle of the Bands thing, I think it's good for experience, and it makes you get a really tight set because you think, how am I going to perform this? I think those are the pros.
Was the peak way in which I can perform
exactly.
for an audience, because the emphasis is on an audience with Battle of the Bands.
A little bit of everything. It's a little bit of technical, a little bit of audience, but
bit of showing yourself off.
Yeah, exactly. But I think what it causes is I think it makes the band sometimes, me specifically more so, be more negative and critical of the other musicians. I think
which kind of hurts your view of the industry, I'm assuming. And
I think it also, for people who run events like these, I think it can get overly intense. I think also, I won't go into too many details because it's not my place to, but one of the things that we're doing recently, there's a similar event being held by I wouldn't say rival establishment, but another establishment.
Yes.
And the knee-jerk reaction by the people we were playing with was, can't believe people are doing the exact same thing, F them. And it's like, at the end of the day, if you want to create a scene, if you want to create a culture, some competition's fine, but you can't pretend like Battle of the Bands is exactly your idea.
No.
But I shouldn't speak too much more on that. It's not really my place to, but I think there are pros and cons. However, getting just paid for a regular gig with other bands that you enjoy being around
is pretty good.
I think that's the way to go. Do the Battle of the Bands thing once,
but take the competition out of the competition.
Yeah, do Battle of the Bands twice. Move on.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Well, finally.
Yes.
Some folks have figured out that if you play the spooky, deathly video in which a girl, climbs out of a well, strangles you to death, if you play that in reverse, you actually extend your lifespan by 7 days instead. Yeah, she pops out of the screen, the nearest screen, backwards, of course, and then teaches you breathing exercises that reverse your age by 7 days. Apparently, some politicians are now taking advantage of this fact in order to live forever and thusly rule the world as immortal kings.
Sorry, wait. Let me understand this correctly.
Yeah.
Every time you reverse play it, you get 7+ days.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, you do have to wait 7 days for that to kick in. So really, you've just lost net 0 days.
So you'd have to watch it anyway. Can you pre-prepare the reverse?
Pre-prepare?
Let's say.
Yeah.
If someone takes the bullet. Someone's going to take the bullet, right?
Yeah.
You watch it.
Yeah.
But that
in
person...
No.
To even edit it in the first place. First place, you'll need to watch it to some extent forwards.
True.
Someone has to bite the bullet. Someone has to take one for the team.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, look, I can get my dog on that. She's only got a couple of days left. So
because she's already watched the video.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we're going to get someone who's already done.
Yeah. To edit.
Make them edit it.
Yeah.
Reverse. Oh, but I don't like the implications.
Oh, because what if they send you, reverse scary video, don't
Yeah.
watch at 3 a.m. and it's a trick. It's like a Rickroll.
You know what the solution is here, Joseph?
Well,
Back to caveman days, man.
thank you
Anyway.
very much, Josh.
Thank you.
This has been amazing.
Of course, it's been.
I'd
fun
love to
being
say
here.
I'll meet you again, but I clicked on a YouTube link, and wouldn't you know?
Hey, look, I told you what to do.
Yeah. Wait, if I just play it back now?
No. Just
in
close,
reverse.
just close your eyes and enjoy it.
Oh. Oh. Now, audience, is this a metaphor for life or something weirder? We'll find out next time on Before Extinction. And thank you for listening to another episode of Before Extinction. Today's music that you heard on the podcast was the brainchild of the members of Team Bandwidth, whose music you can find on Apple Music, on Spotify, and basically on any sort of cobwebbed jukebox in any sort of abandoned haunted bar. Shout out to Zach Buchanan, Max Harrison, Abby Truman, and Sebastian Bush of Bandwidth, as well as Kai Burns, Zane Shepard, and Omar Rahani of Static for their mentions in the podcast today. If you want to be a guest on Before Extinction, email beforeextinctiongames@gmail.com. Or die and reincarnate as a guy inside my recording booth.